Pam pam param pam 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 param pam. What? Pam pam param pam 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 param pam. We're looking for the perfect beat. For the perfect beat. No, you know, Sig, I don't got no intro, bro. So basically, that's what I do, bro. I got to rock it. I got to acapella because I'm running on a low budget over here. You know, this
That's
program doesn't
that's
go
the
on.
perfect that's the perfect intro.
Perfect.
Keep
That's
going.
right. Not only that we're looking for the perfect beat, but we're looking we're looking to make the freestyle community, the greatest. We're looking for perfection. Okay,
We're gonna
in
make it
our
great again.
we're gonna make it great. I like that. We are right now. We're working on making freestyle great again, and that's what we're doing tonight. That's what we're doing. Can we? Let's check it out. Hold on. Let's go check out our visual and the audio before we start talking. Give me a second.
Sounds good.
Okay, so we're coming in visual.
Yeah, but I'm noticing that I'm not really moving, and I don't know. My shit's probably lagging or something.
You're good. You're good. Let me hear you.
Talk, Eddie.
I got
Hi,
you.
Hi, I'm Eddie the Mouse.
I'm Eddie the Mouth.
Okay, we're good. Okay, so share the video. We're good. People are here, and if you have another device, please make sure that you monitor what we're doing. That way, there's a lot of comments are gonna come through, and the idea is to read the comments out. A lot of people have questions, and we might have some answers for them. Okay,
See, I'm not. I don't know if I can see the comments
no, not
because
here. Do you have another device? Do you have a phone?
I'm on my phone to talk to you guys, and I'm on my
Uh,
desktop
I'll read the
to.
comments.
I'm gonna
Bernardo will
see.
read the
I'm gonna see if
comments.
I'm gonna see if I'll. Okay,
The idea is to read the comments out. A lot of people have questions, and we might have some answers for them.
hold on.
Okay?
See, I'm not. I don't know if I can see the
Give us
comments.
a second, people. Give us a second. We'll
There we go. There
start
we
the
go.
conversation in a moment. Okay. All right.
Turn the
So let's
volume
start.
down though.
Yeah. Yeah. He did already.
Okay.
All right, people. Welcome to tonight's episode of the Freestyle Crisis Center. I don't know if you remember last night. I was right here with the man in the middle, Mr. Seek, right here from the I Love Freestyle Music Tour. He's the one that brings you the a lot of the virtual shows and stuff like that. And we were having a nice conversation yesterday. To me, it's an investigative report of what happened. I saw a freestyle celebration in the times of pandemic of coronavirus. I saw Cindy there performing. I saw it in a club and I bugged out. I'm like, yo, are we doing this? Are we really doing a freestyle celebration inside of a club? And then
Thirst
I
is
bugged
real.
out. So I got Seek right here, and then Seek said, you know what? Uh, I cannot explain to you. I cannot answer those questions about that particular freestyle celebration, but I know someone that can shine some light on this matter.
Well, what
And that,
happened was they had said it was my show, and that's why you called me, and I let you know that it
that's
wasn't
right.
my show, and
That's right.
you referenced a message that you got, and it happened to be from Eddie. So I happened to have Eddie's number in my old Rolodex, and I said, well, I can't speak for him, so why don't you get him? My stance on the events are, if they follow the rules, then why not have the events? Artists need to eat. Everybody needs to eat. Follow the rules and keep your distance. And if it's allowed, then let it happen. But it's a responsibility of the promoter to keep the artist safe and the fans safe. And if anybody gets sick, then the fans need to be notified. But it's
Who
not.
who
But it's
allows
not on the.
who,
It's not
who
on
would
the
allow,
artist. It's not on the artist or any Fever Records or Sal, which mentioned yesterday. It's not. It's not their doing.
Sik, let me ask you a question. Who allows this? The government? Who is in charge of allowing a celebration in one particular city? The mayor, the government?
Different states have different jurisdictions. So a state may have regulations by the governor. They may pass it down to the city. Different states have different regulations.
Okay,
In Miami, we can't do anything right now. We're on curfew, so there's nothing we can do.
Eddie, what do you
Yeah.
think, my friend?
So why don't we introduce Eddie to the people that are listening? Um, that's the post that he made. That the reason you called me.
That's right. The post.
Well, I mean, what I got to say on the matter is, I'm glad. First off, that the post did exactly what it was supposed to do, and that is to raise awareness.
Can I stop you for
Now,
1 second? Are you
yeah,
guys sure? Are you guys sure that we're live and the comments are coming through?
We're live. We're live. The comments are coming through.
Okay.
I can't see no comments. So
Okay.
I got it. I
If
got it. I'm
Bernardo
on it.
can see it, we're there.
I
okay,
can
So,
monitor the whole
okay.
thing. I can
and,
monitor the whole thing.
and Eddie, I got a screenshot of. Well, we're not friends on Facebook for some reason, and so I couldn't. I don't see what you post, and I just got a screenshot of it. So maybe if you repeat or say it in your voice, what actually you said, we may have the impact of what you were trying to tell us instead of just reading it if somebody don't know you.
And then I can elaborate a little bit more on what I was saying. I mean, the post I believe was pretty fucking specific, and it got down to the nitty gritty of things and what I know to be happening. So I'm gonna go ahead and recite what it is that I did right, and perhaps people may understand it a little bit better. Um, Basically, I was, raising awareness by posting this because I felt like it was, I, I care. I care about the freestyle community and what's going on. And, I mean, I do these shows. I've been doing them since '06. The only problem is, I wouldn't want to do a show now. I mean, I would like to, I mean, this is my, bread and butter, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to do it at the cost of your health. You
Yep.
see what I'm saying? And that's
Mhm.
really what this post is about. And I mean, me being me, I mean, hence the mouth. I'm always going to say what I believe needs to be heard, no matter what. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to word it in the best sensible way, but I mean, some people have, different understandings and different views, and that's perfectly fine. I did my job. I can, sleep at night. You feel me?
Mr. Eddie, do you think this particular freestyle celebration? Do you think it was okay? Like, if it would have been your call, would you make a freestyle celebration in a
Well,
pandemic moment in a
well,
club?
That's
Bernardo, let him recite his post so that the
Right.
listeners will
right.
be able to catch up on what's going on. Really.
But a quick answer to that after what I really just stated, hell to the no. Again, I wouldn't do it at the cost of your health. You see
Right.
what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So, I mean, yes, I got to pay the bills, but I'm not going to do it at the cost of your health. You know what I'm
But
saying? That's
Eddie, if it was allowed and you had social distancing, you're saying that you wouldn't.
I
If I
still wouldn't.
if I hired you to be the promoter, you wouldn't do it, and knowing that everybody would be safe and have social distancing, and we kept the artists safe.
Zeke, I would never in life work for you again.
I'd never hire you again. Just for the record, we've been down that road already once. So just for the record, we're not. That'll never happen either.
But that's
I,
topic for
so
another show.
let's stick to the topic then, and
Let's
then
take the
can you?
topic.
So,
Eddie the
okay.
Mouth. I don't understand why they call him Eddie the Mouth.
Now get this. This is what I wrote, okay? And let me recite it so hopefully, people can understand what I was saying and in the way I was saying it. It basically started off like this, usually how I start things off, Chicago, I was like, attention, attention. I absolutely hate to be the bearer of bad news. But if you went to a freestyle concert recently in Indiana within the past couple weeks, be aware that there were 7 people that attended that concert. In parentheses, I put that I've seen through my feed, as in my news feed. I saw posts, and these people were also going live at the concert. So that's how I knew they were at the concert. Obviously, I have many, many, many followers of the freestyle and house community. So I do know who's who and who's where when they post it. Okay.
Right.
And I said, that I've seen through my feed who have contracted COVID-19. And I also put, now this, everybody more or less knows I am extremely anti-Trump. Okay. He's a piece of shit in my book. Okay. And I'm the type of individual. I agree with right and I agree with wrong. And I don't agree with what's wrong. You know what I'm saying? So, I put now this chump instead of putting Trump, I put this chump supporting promoter, because that is what she is, who put it together. I know better than anyone. Why? Because I am her first daughter's godfather. Her husband was my best friend. I've known this woman for years, 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 years.
So you're talking about Kelly Reyes, right?
That's more or less, you know.
Okay. Just in,
Kelly Ray is the
Uh,
person who made this concert happen.
I'm sorry.
Is she the one responsible for making this particular freestyle celebration
Well, here's
happen?
the thing. This individual, is a promoter out here in Chicago. She does exactly what I do. You know what I'm saying? I taught her everything she knew or knows. Well, at least the basics. Everything else she's self-taught, obviously. But basically, yeah, there's only two promoters in Chicago that can pack the house when it comes to freestyle and house music, and that is your boy
The one and
and
only Mouth
and her.
and her.
You
and
see
didn't
what
you
I'm
guys work?
saying?
Didn't you guys work together, or
Well, see, the thing is, I've been doing these shows since '06. Her husband being my best friend, he see me do the last shows that I did with, White Knight, History of House and History of Freestyle, which were great, successful shows, I mean, great shows. And, Chaz, her husband, was like, yo, let's do a show, Eddie, let's do a show. And me being me, I was like, this is my boy. Let me do something, put him on, get him in the car, and break some bread with him. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. Now, the problem was that Chaz has a restaurant, and a restaurant is very demanding when you have it. You got a lot to take care of and maintain. So he really couldn't do what it was that I need him to do and learn what it was that I needed him to learn to help me do what needed to be done. So, his wife went ahead and stepped up to the plate. He's like, well, show Kelly and she can help you. I was like, okay, cool. So I went ahead and, I showed her, the importance of many things and what, to do in order to market and, promote a show. And, through time, she ended up following my instructions and, she ended up stealing my business from behind my back. She LLC'd my business, which was Rocking Down the House. I started it. I made her an editor of it, but she knew that I didn't LLC it. So she went behind my back and LLC'd my company and stole it from me. So I mean, it was whatever. That company was built on a foundation which was my network from years and years and years. So I just went ahead and I started a new one, and I did it the right way, and I LLC'd it and all that good stuff. So this is how I know this individual very, very, very well. Okay, I know how she thinks. I know what she supports, and more or less how she gets down.
are
You
you
know what I'm
saying
saying?
she's a Trump supporter?
Besides the fact that she's a Trump supporter, what's important here is the fact that she is a thief. Now, a thief suggests being a liar. Okay? So, being a liar, being a thief, means you don't care. You see what I'm saying? So, all these characteristics are plain and simple. As clear as day. You can see it. Why? Because she decided, oh, I can't do a concert in Chicago. So I'm going to go ahead and go to right next door to Indiana, where I know I can get away with it, and influence these people who apparently have what we call cabin fever because they've been locked down for 4 months. Okay, so they see an ad for a concert, a freestyle concert at that. Oh my God, all we got to do is go next door to Indiana. Okay. And I mean, congregate. And this was indoor. Okay. And let's not mention the fact that the artist that they had there was from a very highly infested state here in the United States, which is Florida. You see what I'm saying? So that's what's happening. That's what happened. And that's how I found out that seven, not
Eddie,
several, seven
Eddie, let me
individuals.
ask let me ask you a question. How many square feet this club has?
I can't answer that because I don't know. I do
You
know
don't
the
know.
capacity, from what I understand, was 250. And from the way it looked on everybody's live feed, there were no masks, there was no social distancing. I mean, the artists were touching, the people, on stage and shit. It was just, it was a regular concert. The way a concert goes down is what it was. You see what I'm saying? And during this pandemic, that was just a horrible idea. A horrible idea. Now I didn't warn anybody or do anything. Why? Because I didn't want to look like a hater. Be like, yo, you guys should be careful. This isn't what it seems to be. Don't get misled. But I mean, I it happened, and now after seeing it, and then seeing she's trying to do these shows here in Chicago, you know what I'm saying? Because we're in phase 4, it really enrages me because I could do the same thing. I can go find a bar and try to get away with it and put people at risk, but that shit ain't right. That ain't right. So that's why I went ahead and made this post warning people, and especially the people who attended that concert, go get fucking tested.
Yes.
Go get tested. Find out. Make sure.
The people, Eddie, I didn't see the concert because I'm blocked from there too. So um, I don't know
Well, I
about
mean, I got.
your Chicago people blocking me, but
Uh,
I couldn't see it. But did when you said you seen the people that said they had coronavirus, they posted it,
yes.
or how did you know that?
So, for example, I'm not going to, of course, say the individual's name, but this one girl that I know that was there, and she apparently had a table. Um, she was recording the concert and all that. So I knew she was there. The next day, I noticed in my newsfeed she's posting, "Oh, I feel sick. I'm hungover. Blah blah blah." Naturally, she was at a concert. She was drinking, so yeah, fuck, you're gonna be hungover, right? Then I think it was like 2 days later. It was 1 or 2 days later, no more than 2 days later. She posted up again. Um, she posted this time. I got tested for. She specifically stated, "I got tested for COVID-19 and it came back positive." And that's what I was like, "Oh shit! This female was just at the concert too." So then I really started going through my feed and paying attention to my feed more, and I noticed 6 more people that was at that concert. Two guys. It was two guys and one. It was one, two. It was 7 people altogether. It was 2 guys and the rest were girls. Okay, so what? That's 5 people. Five
So,
girls, 2 guys. Anyways,
well,
um,
because I'm blocked and I can't see your post either. I'm assuming that their post is still there that says they got tested. I mean,
no, of
they
course not. No, 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 no. And that was the crazier part. That's really why I was like putting this post together, because I'm like, wait a second. Why is that post not there anymore? Why are they not, talking about, and they're not even posting up on Facebook for shit no more. Why? Because they're probably fucking sick in bed. They don't want to fuck around on the phone. But
So
yeah,
what happened to their post?
they're gone. They deleted their posts. And one of the girls told me that, she was offered free tickets to the next concert if she took it down and didn't say nothing.
Who would have offered her that? That doesn't seem right. To,
Well, the only person who could have offered her that is obviously the promoter that we're talking about. So, That's the case. That's the
Do,
case.
do we do we know if Cynthia if she got tested? Because if this happened, that means that Cynthia should get tested. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't.
I agree. I agree. I'm sure she probably knows, about it. I mean, my post has gotten shared quite a bit and they raised a lot of awareness, but apparently not enough. I'm not in the thousands, I'm in the hundreds.
Right, and
So,
that's how Bernardo contacted me because he seen your post and he thought it was my show, and I told him it wasn't, and he was asking me questions I couldn't answer. So, who better than to ask the person that wrote it?
There was a
we'll
few
see.
messages on my inbox with Cynthia's video, and I'm thinking like, yeah, this is like a video of her singing, and then what people wanted to tell me was that Cynthia was they made a show in this pandemic moment, and then somewhere in there they dropped Seek's name. I'm thinking, yo, Seek, and then I called them right away. I said, you did you do this, bro? And then that's when Seek, no, that's not mine. That's
No, it
not
was
mine.
clear. It was clear as day. It was a rocking down the house ENT. Well, people are calling it rocking down the. What are they calling it now? Rocking down the house COVID ENT. That's not good. That's not good. She fucking trashed my company, my poor baby. But it's okay, whatever. Um,
I
but
want to be
yeah,
able to I want to be able to, what's her name? Kelly Reyes, if you are watching, you think you could give me a nice little interview? Because remember, the people want to hear. Like, this is free. This is not like, this is freestyle business. And I only go after a story that is freestyle related. And this one is a biggie. Like, people are like, yo, are they crazy? Like, who would make a club? Because a lot of people like the idea of making outside celebrations because we got to have our freestyle fix, and we're good if we do it outside. We can minimize the risk, but in a club, no. So, man,
Well,
say it.
let me say something before Eddie continues. I don't think that it would be a problem in a club if as long as the state mandated that it was okay, and obviously they did, and they gave them the 50% or whatever capacity. But it's not Cynthia's fault that
no,
this.
it's not her fault, but then again, she took the booking. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
But Eddie, if
I wouldn't want to put myself at risk like that. I mean, but
right,
that's me. You
right,
see
but
what I'm
if
saying?
when you book an artist though, Eddie, you make sure you get them from the airport. They're your responsibility, and you make sure
Absolutely.
that they're safe. You make sure your fans are safe.
Of
So
course.
it's not. She took the booking, not trusting you. So she would trust you, or when you book an artist, they're taking it, trusting you that you're going to keep them safe and you're going to have the show run smooth. So she didn't go in there intentionally saying, I'm going to make people get sick. So
Right.
she trusted the promoter as if an artist would trust you. So if I were to do a show and it was allowed, I would have to make sure all my T's were crossed and all my I's were dotted to make sure that nobody got sick. And if they did, then people need to know and not be hidden, not to be a secret. And that's one of the differences we have. You wouldn't do a show. I would, but if I would follow the rules. But clearly, if whatever you guys are saying didn't seem like it, I wasn't there, so I don't know. But maybe you can elaborate more on the. Do you think more shows are going to happen in Chicago? Like you don't have a show coming up, so there's no reason for you
No,
to.
hell no,
Yeah.
I don't.
So
I mean,
there's
I
no
had some.
reason for you. There's no reason for you to try to trash the show because you got another one coming up at all. So
I mean, I'm ready. I'm ready to launch as soon as I feel it's
it's
safe.
safe.
You see what I'm saying? I'm ready to launch as soon as I feel it's safe.
Do
Let
you
me put
think
it to
it'll
you
be
like
safe
that.
in November? Do you think it'll be safe this year, November, December?
Oh, of course not. You know what I'm saying? There's no way. And it's common sense. Why? Because the only way venues are going to be able to operate, okay, is if there's a vaccine. Now, there's probably a vaccine or two right now. However, it will not be made available not this year. So nothing is going to happen this year. No way, no how. Now, we'll be lucky to get this vaccine early 21.
So I
You know?
recall what I had
Hey,
a show. And
let me
go
ask
ahead.
Eddie a question. Eddie, if you had a proposal to make a show outside, like a nice outside area, would you consider making a show in the outside with plenty of distance from each other and outside? There's nothing wrong with the air.
I mean, yeah, no, there's not nothing wrong with the air. I mean, I don't know. The way I'm feeling right now, no.
No
Right
life
now,
is no life is the same.
and that's according to the data. I keep up. I try to keep up with what's going on. Especially here at home in Chicago. And I look at other states, especially fucking Florida and Texas, man. That's just sad. It really is. So I mean, I right now, no. I don't feel it's safe until all of the United States are safe.
Give me
Because
a
you got.
moment. Give me a moment so I can talk to the people here. People, any questions? You got any questions? I can see the comments here. I saw there was some questions there before, but they were they were for Mr. Eddie the Mouth here about the whole Trump thing. So, but that's for another episode.
People are getting political. Yeah, well,
Eddie,
hey, it
Eddie's
is
very
what it is.
Eddie is very passionate about his political views.
Yeah.
But that's for another show. That's when we do the Trump special. The whole who should be the United States of America. So, but if you want to go ahead and comment, I want to be able to, I want to be able to tell the guys here the comments. Go ahead, Seek.
Well, Eddie, now that you brought up Texas, um, that's the promoter that's in question. She likes to
Oh yeah,
replicate.
she's got a show going on in Texas that she's fucking kicking the can right now with that show.
Right, and I've been getting all kinds of calls because it's at the venue that I go to, and basically, you know, it replicates what it looks like to make it look like one of my shows in Texas. So right away, when the show got canceled before coronavirus um, hit, the show actually got canceled. So,
Well,
com-
from what I saw, it was postponed till December.
well,
I
according
don't.
to the to Lee, which is the guy that owns the place, is they canceled the show before coronavirus actually stopped everything. So coronavirus was a way for them to kick it down the can, and that was just their excuse. So they didn't give any refunds, and a lot of the fans, since I'm in San Antonio often, wanted their refund, and I reached out to them, and they wouldn't give them their refund because it was enclosed, and they kicked the can down the line, and they're still not giving refunds. And I recall last year, the end of last year, I had a show where another health condition happened, but it was with me. And, when it's health and safety, I canceled the show. And this particular promoter went out there and said that I was scamming the artists and the fans, and I wasn't giving the refunds. But now it seems to have came around, and now she's not refunding anybody because everybody from my show got refunded. Um, and there was nobody left out for that. But in Texas, they did not get refunded, and the one that's in question here, um, in November, if it goes through, hopefully that she refunds the fans, so they're not scammed.
I mean, I don't know what's going on with that. I mean, that's the same promoter that I'm talking about from over here. She's doing
Right.
it over there. I've seen some of the ads for that particular show. Um, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. I got too much going on here in Chicago to, fucking. Yeah, I'm not trying to follow what the hell this bitch is doing. You know what I'm saying? I got my own shit to worry about, but I can't help from what I see. What I see, especially when it comes to my city, is not right. What she's doing in Texas, it looks like she's kicking the can with that show and just spinning the people who already bought tickets. You
Right,
know
and
what
you
I'm saying?
obviously you guys share fans because you guys are in the same city, so they'll go to her show, they'll go to your show, her show, and you don't want you're looking out for the best interest of your fans is how I see it, and that's how I took the post when I read it, that you're really looking out for the best interest of the fans. So I can respect your
Well,
decision.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, how am I going to sell a show out when everybody's fucking dead?
Right.
You know what the fuck? It's terrible. I need to take care of these people because nobody the fuck else is. It's
And
See,
terrible, man.
let me ask you a question. See, is Sal Abatello aware of the Kelly Reyes not refunding money to the people? Because I know Sal Mattello is very, he is the godfather of freestyle, and he doesn't like stuff like that. He doesn't want to be involved with people who are who doing shit like that.
Well,
Is he aware that?
him being the godfather of freestyle, he doesn't. Um, no, I can't speak for him, but I can pretty much say this: that he doesn't concern himself with the petty details of of a show. His job is to, they call him, they want to book an artist, he books the artist, does the contract, and he's not following what happens afterwards. So it's not on his responsibility either that this happened. He would have trusted the promoter that would take care of his artist,
Can
and that's what.
right.
So
Since he is such a big figure in our community, he's the godfather of freestyle. I know he's got a lot of influence on everyone around here. One telephone call from Sal Mattello could be very influential for people to do the right thing in our community, our family.
well, if you're asking about the refunds, what if the money's not there? So that's a whole different topic. If
Oh,
the money was spent, so
I hear you. I hear you.
why would they not? Why would they not refund it? When I had a cancellation, they were automatically refunded in 3 days. So these people are
Right.
getting the can kicked. But since we got Eddie on the phone, and Eddie's looking out for the best interest of his fans, his fan base for the shows. And at one point, I thought, if I could do a show, I would do it. But after speaking and listening to what Eddie said, how much of a disaster it came to be, and people got sick. And I can't say for certain because I don't know the people, but no matter, it doesn't seem like how many um, precautions you put in place, it wouldn't be a good idea. But you would have to have extra precautions to make it work. But if the negligence is on the promoter, not on the artist, and not on the fans.
It would be also on the venue. I would say too, the venue, the state, the city, all that.
Well, when you rent the
I wouldn't.
Eddie, when you get the venue, like let's say the Cicero one, I'm not going to say their name, but you rent the venue and you're responsible for making sure that the backstage doesn't get trashed and everything doesn't happen. So they trust you to take care of their venue. So they're trusting you to make sure that the people are safe. You have your security, they have theirs, you have insurance, and everything's taking place. So
Oh yeah,
everything falls
absolutely.
on your shoulders. So um, they may have some kind of negligence, but it's ultimately the promoter and the investor's part to make sure that the artists are safe and the fans are safe, because that's who's putting the show together. So if the promoter is negligent, which it seems to be here, then it's on them. It's not Sal, and Sal doesn't concern himself with that. He did his job. It's not the artist. They came to perform, and whatever measures need to be put to safely social distance, guess it didn't happen. I wasn't there, so I can't say it did or didn't. But it wouldn't be on the artist or the building or the city. It's the promoter that would be 100% negligent.
Well, see, here's the thing. Here in Chicago, and Illinois as a state, we have done a fairly good job at, not really getting hit as hard as we could have with the virus. I mean, uh, as a result, we, slowly started, opening up stuff like restaurants at a certain capacity, all restaurants with patios, even better, stuff like that. Now, this promoter that, we're speaking of has found a loophole some way, somehow, and is doing a live concert at a patio in Chicago, on a patio bar, restaurant, whatever, in Chicago. Now, she's bringing another artist from Florida. Now, here in Chicago, we have rules. Okay, if you're coming from any of the states that are surging, like Florida, Texas, I think Arizona as well, is it? I mean, there's other states that are in the red right now. That if you come from any of those states, whether you live there or visiting or live here and went there and came back, you have to self quarantine for 14 days. Now, if she's going to have a concert, which is going to be in less than 2 weeks, with this artist from Florida, tell me, how's that going to work? Especially if we have those, you know what I'm saying? We have those rules that are being enforced. People, the airports have all your information. You see what I'm saying?
Well,
And why is that? It's saying people are saying that the attachment is unavailable because it's not public. It needs to be public, Bernardo.
It is public.
No, it's not. It is not.
but it wouldn't be an attachment; it would be a live. So
It's live, but it's not. It says for his friends, Bernardo's friends only.
That's not cool.
That's not good.
No, that's
People
not.
are limited.
can you check that, Bernardo?
Uh, how is that done? Let me see. Public. It says public here. Okay. Why don't I get it public then? Join. Comments. Facebook show.
Try to go on your profile off of another device.
Okay. Hold on. Right. Maggie Lab says put to public. Hold on one second.
Yeah.
Hey,
This
Maggie.
technology. That shit drives me crazy, bro. Hold on. Let me, go ahead. Keep on the conversation while I do this stuff. You know what I'm saying? This is
Okay. While you're doing
very
that, let
interesting.
me just ask
Okay.
you something, Eddie.
Yeah.
If I'm a promoter and I'm gonna have a show. Okay, so for example, when I do a show in certain cities, we'll hire a promoter. Let's say in Chicago, and that promoter is basically a W-9 employee. We're a promoter for hire, so it's not your money. Let's just say, for example, I hired you for a show. This is for
Okay. It's
example.
public now.
It's not your money. So
Oh,
why would it be in your
Yep.
best
It's
interest?
public.
it's public now. Well, thanks so much. Bro. I always forget this one, bro.
Okay. So
I got.
my
Yeah.
question here, Bernardo, is this: so if I hire a promoter to do a job to promote, then they're a W-9 employee. So to them, if a show makes money or not isn't really going to affect them because they're getting their rate to sell tickets or whatever the base price may be. So the only incentive for them for having a show to happen is to become freestyle famous. So Eddie does his shows and he promotes them himself. And correct me if I'm wrong, Eddie, but you use your own money to do your shows in Cicero and wherever you do them. So if when you do your shows, it's your money that's on the line. So you're not trying to become famous, and I think that's why you have more of an interest in the fans' health because you have more to lose and more to gain, and you're not trying to become freestyle famous. W-9 employee that gets hired to do these shows only can get freestyle famous, and if that's their goal, then they don't care about the fans.
No, I mean the only thing. Let me tell. Listen. The only thing this lady cares about is money, dude. Okay, just like your president, the only thing she cares about is money. Okay?
But if she's not going to make any money more or less than because she's for work for hire, she's a W-9 employee, then she's only
Right.
trying to get freestyle famous.
I mean, I don't know what. I don't know
Okay,
what.
just like your president,
Oh
the
shit!
only
There we go. My bad. There we go.
So then the best interests of the fans aren't going to be put in place because that person wants to get their name out there and be like, look at me, look at me, look at me, because there's nothing else that they're going to get paid more or less if a show don't go on because they're already paid to do the job.
I don't get the logic. I really don't. But hey, I could really care less. But my objective is, to keep the freestyle family safe. You know what I'm saying? And going to to these events, being influenced. I mean, it's it's a bad idea, man. Especially if we're kicking this thing's ass over here in Illinois. You know,
Let me let me ask you a question. This is how popular is freestyle over there? Because I don't know much
how
about the
it's
area over there. How popular is it? How are the people vibing to freestyle over there?
well. I mean, freestyle is very popular over here in Chicago. It always has been. It's big over here. Then which suggests that there's a very big market. I believe last time I checked, the following on freestyle here in Chicago was like over 90,000. It's pretty deep out here and surrounding areas as well. But that 90,000 number, that's only for Chicago. I mean, there's surrounding suburbs. There's so many freestyle freaks, freestyle family out there. You know
Are you guys
So
working together anywhere, anytime in the near future?
no,
who who
no,
Seek
we're
and
not. We have
I listen.
me and Eddie have
I
not
work.
spoken in years. I mean, not in months. We're
I
only
work.
here because
I
you
work
asked me to
alone.
be on.
I work
I love,
alone. I've always done my content. I have a partner who
let
I
me do
uh,
my thing.
who I
I have a very
trust.
I
You
love my
know,
show. It's a very sensational show. People, they
Let's stick
like
to the topic, Bernardo.
them strong questions, and this one sounds to me like a strong question. All right, so the topic here. Okay, I understand.
Do you want to recap it for the people that weren't able to watch because you didn't
Do
have
it,
it on public?
do it for us. Do it for us, Seek. Go ahead.
You're more sensational about it,
No,
so
no,
why
no,
don't
no, you do it. No, because you speak English better than I do. Go ahead.
bum 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 bum? Can I do the start from the beginning? So
Do it from.
basically to recap, Bernardo contacted me and asked me if I was doing this show that he's seen online because he's seen a post that Eddie made, and it was alleged that somebody had coronavirus there and there wasn't social distancing there. I
seven somebodies.
seven somebodies, and,
Yeah,
and I informed Bernardo that was not my show, um, and I said, well, if we get the person that wrote the post, you can ask him what you want because I didn't want to speak for Eddie, and I happen to have Eddie's number, so we're here, and Eddie read his post. Did you read it entirely? Maybe you want to read it one more time, Eddie,
Yeah,
just for the people
do.
that weren't on because they weren't Bernardo's friends.
well, let's see. Hold on, let me see if
And
I can go back
Eddie's
to
Now,
Eddie's
Eddie,
object
now, Eddie, now you can read the comments. We can all see the comments because it's public.
and
I bet.
Eddie's objective here is to keep the fans safe. We have no common interest of anything between me and Eddie, so um, his objective is to keep the fans safe, and that's why we're here. And I wanted to make sure that everybody know that that was not my show, and I don't put any blame if anybody got sick on Cynthia, on Sal, on anybody except the promoter that was in charge or the people that were in charge with her, him or her. Now that we know who the promoter is. So Eddie, if you
All
want to
right,
read that one more time for the people that weren't able to watch because it wasn't
public.
public.
right. I mean, basically, the post that's circulating right now goes like this. I wrote this on the 7th. After seeing enough, because I mean, this is completely crazy. I mean, man, let Lori Lightfoot, the mayor of Chicago, find out this is happening. That's not going to work. Basically, what I put was, I was like, I said Chicago, as I always do. I was like, attention, attention. I absolutely hate to be the bearer of bad news. But if you went to a freestyle concert recently in Indiana within the past couple of weeks, be aware that there were 7 people that attended that concert. In parentheses, I put that I've seen throughout my newsfeed.
Oh, you're coughing. Are you sure you didn't go?
No, but that sounds something else.
um, I put, that I've seen through my newsfeed who have contracted COVID-19. Now I put, I'm very anti-chump again. Everybody knows this. I put, now this chump supporting promoter who put it together, I know better than anyone, who I will not name, but some of you know who she is.
Kelly Reyes.
has kept the matter quiet and asking, bribing those attendees not to say or post anything about it, which they did. And I have noticed they deleted those posts coincidentally. People are still getting sick as a result. Shaking my head. She apparently can no longer do these events in Indiana. I wonder why. Uh, she's attempting to do these events here in Chicago at a bar, which I also cannot name. Point is, the greed is alive and well within this promoter, and she is selfishly and irresponsibly putting you at risk, putting your health at risk. Okay? Where the fuck was I? Oh my god. Okay, yeah. To make a buck. Literally, because I don't see how she's making any money. But I could have done the same. Duh, no brainer. I could have, found a way to go to a bar and, try to do an outdoor show, but no way, no how. It is not safe. I'm anti that shit, man. I follow data. Okay. I could have done the same, but I will not, put anyone at risk to help, me pay my bills. The whole point of this post is not to hate. It really wasn't, because I could care less. But this was to raise awareness. Everybody who knows me knows I genuinely care about my freestyle and house music community. I love people, and I want nothing but the best. Are you kidding? Why would I want bad upon anybody? You don't have to believe me, but I ask you to take this post seriously and make up your own minds. Furthermore, there can't be any concert in November. Are you kidding me? How's there going to be a concert in November when there's no vaccine, and there won't be this year? It's a lie. It's a lie. Hello. It's a lie. It isn't official yet, obviously, because they're still trying to sell the concert. I don't know why, because what if, the venue goes bankrupt? How are people going to get refunds? Because Kelly, this individual works for the venue. You see what I'm saying? So it's not her shows. The venue hires her to promote the shows. So, they're the one paying the bills and shit,
And they would be the one making the money, so she's just trying to become freestyle famous.
Well, no, they make the money and they give her a small percentage.
All right.
You see what I'm saying? She couldn't do it without their money. Are you kidding me? She has to buy, her following. Anyways, where did I leave off at? Yeah, I said it wasn't official yet, but it's it's going on here in Chicago, and if you know what's going on here in Chicago and in the U.S., it's a no-brainer. And I put, another FYI, there is no vaccine available yet, and there won't be this year. So no venue can have 1,000 people under one roof here in Chicago until that happens. Okay. And I also put that I insist people get, their refunds because, you're going to lose your money. I think you only have up to a certain amount, to file a certain amount of time to file a dispute. And if you don't do it within that certain amount of time, you'll lose, those funds. I don't know how that works. But, if people care enough to get their refunds, they should do it. If not, then oh well, eat it.
Let me say a word here. And please, the name of the thing is Kelly, can you contact me? I would love for you to come through, and give you your moment that you can come through and talk about this particular night. It's freestyle matter. It's a freestyle business, And again, I don't want to hear those messages of people trying to take me to court and hit me and kill me. Come through. It's freestyle business. Okay, this is what you wanted to do in life. You want to be a promoter. You want to be, and you are. Be careful what you wish for. Okay. So, yeah, she wants to. Yeah, come through, and I'll give you a whole entire episode of you talking your side of the story. Okay. I don't want to hear a message that I'm going to take you to court because of defamation of character and this and that. Please, Kelly, an invitation for you. Come through. Let us hear your side of the story. All right.
And let me just say this real quick, Eddie. Um,
Yeah.
you're known in Chicago. I know you. We don't agree on everything, and you and certain people in Chicago don't agree on everything. Any agree on everything. So there's people that are go to her shows, your shows. But I'm gonna say this: the character that I know of you, you do care about the fans and you care about their best interests, knowing from our history and our past. So whether you maybe empty the mouth and say something to offend somebody, you do care about the fans. Um, the character of this promoter is terrible. Um, when I had a show in Chicago, um, I canceled it because I was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, and she mocked me. She went out there and said that I really don't have cancer, and she had her little DJs going out there and saying it was all a scam. So she was basically her character. Instead of saying, "Hey, I'm sorry," whatever, you know, even Cutlass wrote to me and was like, "Hey, sorry for this. I'm praying for you." So
Oh well.
whatever we had in the past, I respect that he did that. She went off and attacked me, badmouthed me, and basically said that I was making the story up that I had cancer, and I really don't, even though I have treatment in Chicago. So Eddie's character speaks for itself, and if you don't like Eddie for whatever reason in the past, he's a fan first promoter and cares about his fans. And she is freestyle famous first and only cares about bashing, making other people look bad, and specifically myself by saying that I don't have cancer and I'm doing it and I'm trying to scam people out of money by lying and saying I have cancer. So she's one of the queen bees of trying to discredit me and make a mockery of my illness. And some of the DJs she's recruited to go against me, um, I showed up where they were and confronted them and seen if they wanted to stand their ground. And they backpedaled really quick and they apologized to me. But she stood her ground and she wants to say that I'm a scammer and I really don't have cancer. So what Eddie's saying to me doesn't surprise me about her because that's her character, and she basically has no creativity and no originality, thoughts of her own, and she just looking out for herself for the money and for the freestyle fame.
Yeah,
And
she's gonna fuck up the game. I'm telling you, man. Because when the shit hits the fan and these people are like, "I want my fucking money back,"
well, she didn't give the money back to the people in San Antonio at the Diva show when it was canceled on May 30th, and it was canceled before coronavirus hit. They canceled like about a week before. Um, Whoever her business partner was, whoever, something happened, and Lee, the owner of the club, was trying to salvage the place, and they canceled it, and she wouldn't give any refunds to anybody. Then luckily, coronavirus happened for her, and she was able to blame it on that and kick the can down the line. But there's no money there to pay the artist their artist balance, even if coronavirus wasn't there. So that show's trying to be put for sale, and the fans haven't got their money back, and they've been asking for it and asking for it and asking for it, and they've had to dispute it with their credit card, and she's not giving their money back. So what I would say, that's a scammer to me. Be careful what you say and you wish on people because it comes right back to bite you in the ass.
Yeah, I would say so. I would say so. You know, I mean that's basically what's going on out here. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the results going to be. I just hope everybody can just use their brain and you know going to live concerts. There's going to be no social distancing. It's not possible. I don't see how it is, but whatever. You
And
know.
if it was possible, which I see certain ways that it could be exploring the virtual concerts and seeing if it was possible to do it. There's ways to do it, but clearly her reputation and her character, um, that she don't care about the people. So you would have
I
to
mean,
replicate.
that's obvious. I mean, she's really trying to, put these shows together and influence, people that I would say are kind of vulnerable due to the fact they may have some cabin fever going on. You know what I'm saying? and that ain't right, man. All the other ones are smart. People know better. A lot of people, I've seen throughout my feed, they already know better. They wouldn't go to these type of things, not right now, but hey, it is what it is. People can make up their own minds and, do what they want to do.
Bernard,
I mean, just be aware, it's not going to be a good outcome. I don't think so, but that's my opinion. People can do whatever they want to do.
and
You
Bernardo,
know.
if there's anybody that has any questions for Eddie while he's on the line or while I'm on the line, and I usually don't come on Bernardo's show, but I just
We
came
can all
back to
see.
close it
We
up.
can all see the questions. Maggie said here, I'm wrong.
Let
Cynthia
me
gave.
let me
Cynthia,
just say, go ahead. Let me just say this real quick. I don't think Cynthia did anything wrong, or Sal Battelle or Fever Records, because they have a job to do, and it's not their position to make sure that everybody's socially distanced. It's the promoter's job. So they were hired to do a job. They came to do their job, and it's not anything to do with them. It's the they're not in the wrong. So we're not here bashing Cynthia, bashing Sal Batello or Fever Records.
No,
They
of course not. Love Sal.
So what did Maggie say?
Maggie said, Cynthia gave Julio Mena a shout out in the video count. So I believe it was at Cynthia's show.
The
Julio.
what? I can't hear you too clear, Bernardo.
That Cynthia gave a shout out to Julio Mena at the show. Julio Mena was at the show.
Oh yeah, I think he was there. That's right. Yep. Yeah, that's right.
All right, so yeah, so yesterday I had a show with Seek, and it looks like maybe we can until now things are looking like more clear. Like we're starting to clear this one up because it was very confusing for me. A lot of messages coming through, and then I only go after the story that people want to hear, and a lot of messages on this one. People like, yo, follow this story right here, follow this one. So that's why I contacted Seek, and then Seek, he reached out to you, and then now we're here. So it looks like we've done it today. So if Kelly Reyes wants to come through and she wants to say something so we can because remember we all work like you said. It's all about the people. We work for the freestyle community. So it's freestyle matter, freestyle questions, and then we answer as best as we can do.
Yep, that's all we could do. And if
That's all we.
and if it wasn't a coronavirus and they're putting shows on, keeping freestyle alive, more power to them. But we're in a different time right now, and so things need to be done a little bit more carefully.
Careful. That's it. So, the show, like I say always, this is a show for your entertainment. The content is kind of strong. The content is strong. Why? Because, for example, me and Eddie, we feel one way about the whole show and pandemic moment. Like, no. Like, I don't even come through. Like, don't call me. I'm not going anywhere. But
Right.
that's, for example, and then Seek is right here. He's the promoter. He's like, well, if we follow the rules and some things could be done. But Seek is a guy that, he's like, he wants the whole industry to work, and we can't close the whole entire country. You know what I'm saying? So some things could be done. So it's like the first one. So it's a show. The content is strong, but it's just a show for your entertainment. And on the contrary, Kelly, if you want to come through, just call me up, man. We'll set up a nice, and then you can come through and clear things up with my platform. Because I have a lot of people in my platform, and they want to hear this whole story. So half of the story is here. His name is C, and Eddie the Mouth is here. Okay, and then the freestyle community that is my platform, they want to hear your side of the story, Kelly Reyes. So come,
Yeah. Right.
And,
See.
and the
yeah,
fans in the fans in
as
San
official
Antonio,
as possible.
the fans in San Antonio want their refund. So if the right thing can be done,
Yeah, we
follow
That's
my
got
not
you.
going to
she
happen.
she follows my lead into every little club I go to, whatever artist, no creativity. Follow my lead and give the refunds back. Quit scamming the fans.
Yeah, we got questions, Kelly, and you're the only one that can answer them. The freestyle community of this great nation has questions, and you're the only one, Kelly. Come through, my friend. You know? All right, guys. So I think we're done here. So thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful weekend. Thank you, Eddie, and thank you, Seek. Okay, thank you,
Thank you,
guys.
Bernardo. Have a blessed evening, man.
Take care, my friend. Take care.